Hey guys, my name is Dr. Hassan Galadari, a board certified dermatologist who lives and practices in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates. And today on the Anik Community Podcast, we are going to be talking about physical health because us guys are known to be very physical. And of course, at the same time, we're also into the health aspect of things. So with me today is none other than,
Karim Saad.
hi Kareem, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
How are things? You doing okay?
Alhamdulillah, really good.
Alhamdulillah. All right, Kareem. So tell me, I mean, you look like a very fine specimen of the XY chromosome.
I like to think so.
Okay, all right. So you apparently you were somebody who takes physical health very seriously.
Yeah, man. I think, growing up, I wasn't fit at all, actually. I didn't really care about my own health. I would eat almost anything I could see.
Uh-huh.
And that changed as soon as I played rugby in university.
Oh, so you're into
Uh,
rugby.
yeah.
Okay.
Played rugby for a good 4 years, tore my ACL,
Okay.
did surgery, but after that, it was a uphill journey for me. Getting into different sports like CrossFit, how I'm doing the high rocks for the second time, running almost every week, every few days. So for me, it's everything,
It's
everything I
it's
need.
it's becoming more like a lifestyle mindset kind of things. If I tell you now that you're not going to be working out for the next week because you're going to be busy doing something, what will happen to you?
No way. بكتئب. مستحيل. No, like, because so
You're going to get depressed.
yeah. So
Okay.
funnily enough, funnily but not so funnily. So a few years ago, I got into an accident and I fractured my neck, broke my arm, and I wasn't really allowed to train for a good 4 or 5 months. So going from training almost 5, 6 times a week
Hmm.
to nothing at all was a massive change in my life. And I was like, no, this is not good. Mentally, it wasn't good. Physically, I felt a very big difference. How I looked, how I felt, my confidence in myself, how I perceive myself in front of the mirror. As well, as men, I think maybe, and I was a bit younger, so you'd always sort of compare yourself to other men. So, oh, this guy's got the six pack abs, he's got the really big bicep, the definitions on him is really good. I wasn't, living that, well-rounded, good physique life at that time. So that really affected me.
All right, so you've just basically kind of dumped a lot of stuff, given me a lot of fish for me to actually kind of pick on,
Please,
so that I can pick on you.
I'm the ocean. Go ahead, I'm the ocean.
All right, so you've mentioned basically how you feel whenever it is that you exercise. I mean, elaborate a little bit more. I mean, we talk about the endorphins and so forth and all that. How is it that what is it that you feel?
Honestly, I just feel free. I feel like there's nothing more important in the world.
Okay.
There's nothing like in this current moment. What's more important is what's my end goal, and to me, there's already an end goal that I need to get to.
Oh, so what is your end goal?
Is to be the fittest version of myself,
The best version of yourself.
fittest, best version, mentally,
Y-
physically. Could you?
that this is I agree with you because I have the exact same mindset, and it's always been like this. And I keep on I train with a trainer, and I keep on telling my trainer, I tell him like, I am now the best version of myself looking at it historically, and it's exactly the same mindset. I mean, I don't vocalize it, but apparently it's something that you also have. Yeah. So whenever it is that you go to the gym, you're not looking at the other guy with the big biceps. You're just focusing on how Kareem looks like.
How Kareem looks like, how Kareem moves, how flexible is Kareem.
Okay.
Because a lot of the people in the gym, unfortunately,
You,
that I
you
see,
talk to yourself in the third person too?
of course, I was going like Kareem. You
Of
did a really
course.
good job.
That's
You need to,
that's
mate.
exactly how it is. You need expert
Of
advice.
course.
Yeah.
And the thing is, whenever I'm in the gym, right, I look at the different guys. I don't compare, but I'm like, okay, but this guy, he's probably lifting 150, 60 kilos on the back squat. But can he run? Probably not. Is he flexible? Maybe not as much as one should be. And I started to work on those things even more. And I focus on my own journey. So, and where are those little things going to come into play? Whether it's in my competitions later on, or my day-to-day life, or just overall well-being and fitness.
So you meant a competition?
Yeah.
What's competition? What are you talking about?
So basically, I did the high rocks. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, please. I mean, if even if I did, I mean, I want people to know.
Man, so for me, I call it the workout from hell. For some people, it's not. For me, at the time it was. Essentially, what it is, it's 8 kilometers of running.
Okay.
Between each kilometer, you have a workout station. So you start off with 1 kilometer of running. You have one kilometer on the ski erg. You finish, you do another kilometer of running. You do 150 meters, sorry, 150 kilos on the sled push. Do another kilometer of running, and the list keeps going on. And it's a very high intensity workout because you're competing against other people and yourself, but you need to make sure that your time is the best possible time because it's all really and it all hangs on the very simplest of margins. If you maybe took a breath wrong, or if there was, maybe an over exaggeration in a movement that you probably didn't need to do, these little things that you need to really pay attention to. So it's just a series of being uncomfortable in a.
Yeah, I see. I can't do that. I exercise every day. I'm a gym guy every day. But I'm a lazy exerciser. I mean, I like for me exercise is not just how to try to beat myself physically. I look at myself as more of a mental thing. I am able to do that. I'm able to carry those weights. But I'm never going to put myself into the position where I'm not going to be able to breathe. Say, for example, I'm going to keel over and die.
To me, that's the funner part of it, right?
That's
Is
the funny
is, is
part.
when it's fun, and I'll tell you why. Because you're taking your mind to a different mindset it's never been in before.
Okay.
You're in survival mode.
Yeah.
Before, we used to live as in a world where you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
survive.
Uh-huh.
So for me, and alhamdulillah, we're living in Dubai, so there's not much
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
So for me,
exactly.
this is
So,
my survival moment, right? So whether
okay.
you're going to make it out of a workout, if you're able to properly do every single movement to the best of your abilities, and again, test yourself mentally and physically.
All right. Well, okay. So apart from that, you've mentioned that aspect of things. So let's move a little bit more to the fact that you said that you also exercise not just to be the best version of yourself, but you also exercise because you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel you have a little more self-confidence. Now, how is that? How does that work out for you?
It's a result of all the hard work you put in. To be
Okay.
fair, and two, it goes
So
back.
you seeing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You see it, and two, it sort of reaffirms your mentality.
Okay.
So when you look at yourself in the mirror, like, okay, I see something I didn't see yesterday. Okay, that was because I pushed hard in that workout that I was dying in yesterday.
Uh-huh.
That got me to that level. That's only going to push me to do even more in the next workout,
Okay.
or to probably eat better, train better, sleep better, whatever it may be. But yeah, of course. I mean, look, I think anyone who says that they don't look at themselves in the mirror and they train, I think they're lying.
Oh, they're not looking. Okay.
It's a lie.
Well, it's either looking at yourself in the mirror. I'm going to be very honest here. Either
Please.
looking at yourself in the mirror, or basically having somebody else looking at you, telling you that, man, you look really good. So for you, you look at yourself in the mirror and
I
you
look at
look.
myself, and the thing is, whenever people tell me, I don't listen. I,
Okay.
I don't I don't take it as that's the truth.
Uh-huh.
I take it as, okay, that's their opinion, but that's not my opinion.
All right. How about, like, the reason why you exercise is it you to try to attract somebody else?
Look, for the most part of my life, yes. To be fair,
I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
yeah,
the same thing. I mean, I work out for two
yeah.
reasons. One, to be able to eat whatever the hell I want.
Mm.
Okay,
Obviously,
obviously.
you need to enjoy training.
Absolutely. And two is to actually look good in, for example, in suits and
Mm.
things like that, so that when other people look at me, they go like, man, this guy is actually
Yeah.
good looking. So, I mean, did you follow the same concepts, or
Uh,
you got something else that you've got hidden there?
Look, I think growing up, definitely, because personally, like, my self confidence wasn't that high, so
Why? Were you chubby?
I was the opposite of what I am now. So I was short, I had hair, and I was pretty chubby. So I
Okay.
was really different.
So you've become taller, you've lost the hair,
Yeah,
and you beefed up.
just a bit, yeah, just a bit. But yeah. So when I was younger, I didn't really have that self confidence to feel like whatever it is that I wear, people can be like, "Man, you look great today."
Okay.
Never had that. So, and I don't take it as a cry for me moment. No, no, Bilakis, I'd take it as a motivation every day.
People would say this that this is probably a superficial kind of question, but I think it's very important because guys, we always look at we're very visual. We're very visual people. How important is it for us to look good?
Look, to me, it depends on the reason, or what's your bigger picture. Because, for example, if you're doing it to let's say attract someone, then of course.
Okay.
But if you're looking to attract someone who will, okay, as they would probably say in the films, love you for who you are,
Uh-huh.
maybe the looks aspect might not be that important. It's more so maybe your personality, or into how you are as a person. There's other instances, where I think these things are important.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I think for me, generally, I think it depends what's your bigger picture. Why is it that you want to look good?
Tell me something.
Mm,
Were you shy growing up?
very,
Very shy.
very.
So,
Maybe even partially till today, by the way.
okay, so do you think maybe you're working out this much is basically your shyness kind of breaking out of its shell, trying to tell the world, hey, listen, I'm not the person that I used to be before, and this is giving me more self-confidence. I'm more approachable. I can also approach you. Do you think that's the case here?
Not entirely. I mean, maybe to people closer to me because the people in my life who were when I was younger aren't really there as much. So the new people don't really know
Right, right. But you see,
best enough for yeah,
any the stereotype,
yeah,
anybody who is short, who's a little kind of,
yeah.
stocky, is considered to be not somebody that they would approach because
Mm,
they,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like now that like everybody's like this, I mean, I'm sure you walk into a restaurant or you walk into a club or anything of that sort, people are going to people are you're gonna people will turn their heads and
Well
look at
then,
you.
yeah.
So do you think by doing that, that kind of helped your shyness because it's difficult for you to approach them, but now that you look like this, they are the ones who are going to approach you, which eases you into the whole conversation.
Look, I think to a degree,
Okay.
definitely to look. At the end of the day, there's always this talk around, you need to live the life that you want, and your confidence will shine through, irrespective of whatever it is that you look like, right?
Okay.
For me, I think definitely it helps, but again, it wasn't the, you know, the
It wasn't the
it
ultimate
wasn't the
thing.
ultimate goal. For me, it
Okay.
was just doing it for myself, and then everything that comes with it is for me an add-on.
Uh-huh.
If someone turns their head or someone says, "Oh, he looks really good," great,
Okay.
but it's not something that I'm looking for right now.
Okay. No, no, this is important because, because you're talking about as guys, as
Mm.
I mentioned, the physical aspect of things is also important. There has been physical changes apart from the
Mm.
positives that
Mm.
you consider to be, the height, you beefing up. Now you've also lost something that was probably very important with you growing up. Do you think that affected you in any way, whether it's positive or negative? How old? Let's put it out there. Let's put the elephant in the room. How old were you when you started losing hair?
When I was probably 21,
Oh,
22,
21. So this
21,
was
22.
early.
Yeah.
Did you know? I mean, because it's probably genetic,
Hereditary, yeah.
hereditary.
My
Yeah.
so my dad is bald as
Okay.
it is. My cousins as well. We all have the same bald spots. But mine got to a point where it was really bad.
Okay.
I would be embarrassed to sit in the office and people to look at me. I'd be like, "What is that?" You know.
So did that make you even more shy?
It made me more self-aware.
Self-aware.
Yeah,
Okay.
which maybe pushed me a bit sooner to shave my head.
Okay.
But I'm happy that I did it.
But okay, so the shaving, but did it push you also to work out even more?
No, because
Ah,
I was training
you were
at that
training
point anyway.
already.
So
Okay. So it's you became basically accustomed to the looks and you're happy with it. You're very
mm,
comfortable.
mm,
Okay.
love it.
So what would you tell, for example, individuals who are not, who individuals who would seek treatment?
Look, to me, I
I mean, so you're built up like Vin Diesel. Maybe
no, no,
you
not
look
Vin
like his
Diesel.
younger brother.
I mean, I've had a bit worse comparisons. Not to Vin Diesel. We'll take that off air. But yeah, look, I think for anyone who is feeling maybe a little bit more, you know, a
Self-aware.
little bit more self-aware, yeah, about them, like getting bold or whatever. Look, to me, I think it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, I, a lot of men are going to be like, this guy is talking nonsense. But what I personally really believe, it depends on how you are as a person, and that energy will shine through, irrespective if you're bald or have super long hair like Rapunzel. It doesn't. To me, it's not a it's not a make or break. You know, Halla, if you are to go and take, or to do these treatments, right? To me, it's obvious. Yani, come in to me. That's the other reason why I didn't want to do it as well, because people know me as yeah, we know they as a bald spot.
It's trademark now.
Exactly.
Mm.
So like even if you walk around the airports in Turkey, a lot of them are going there to to basically to grow hair. I didn't feel like I wanted that. I didn't want people to know that he's feeling like self-aware,
Uh-huh.
or or maybe a bit more anxious about how he looks. So he's gonna go and do a transplant. No, I'd rather embrace how I am,
Okay.
the way that I probably would have, would look like in 10 years from now. Live that early. It's fine.
So if you had okay, so if you had the option, for example, of or the capabilities of
Mm.
having hair or the chance of over the treatments that are available
Mm.
right now that will help you in that sense, would you have taken them?
No,
Oh, you wouldn't.
not
Just you for you it was basically embrace who
embrace it, man.
I
Embrace
am.
it. Like, look, there's a reason why you look the way that you look. There's a reason.
Okay.
To me, apparently, bald looks good on me.
It does. It does.
So So to me, like to be very fair, like I wanted to take on that challenge just to see.
Okay.
When you're trying to think for the first time, go like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I had that moment of I don't like it at all. But then it grows on you. It's like, okay, but it feels good. You look good. You feel fresh. You have a different energy around you. You're
Uh-huh.
walking a little bit more confidently because you've taken on the step that possibly other people would never do,
Okay.
because of these ideas of, yeah, there's a bald spot, I need to fix it. It's fine, man.
I see. But you're more of an easygoing kind of guy. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, I have to admit, and because I see patients like that, I see
Mm,
patients who come in who complain about hair loss, and they are really psychologically distraught out of all of this.
mm.
It's for them. I mean, it's their,
It's
manlyhood.
yeah, it's,
You
it's
know,
it's it's part of their identity,
it
right?
is, and for them to lose that, it's like losing
Mm.
your identity.
But but I think about that a lot because a lot of times, you know, like I like to think that everyone has like a deep set of values and what they believe in and who they should be as people. And then I also think about it as, okay, but if I have hair or not, does that really make or break who I am?
Does it make you who you are?
Does it make you who you are? Probably not. Because at the end of the day, it's your heart and your mind that's talking. It's not really your hair. It's what are you sending out the world, right?
But okay, so now I like to always, in a couple of these podcasts now, I've always been trying to bring in some, anthropological things that are related to this. And they tell you, for example, if you are there to attract, for example, the other gender, the other gender does like a person with hair. They see it as a way of virility, say, for example. Not only that, I mean, according to some studies, they tell you is that depending on the cycle, their monthly
Mm,
cycle,
mm,
they will tell you that they would prefer, for example, a man with just facial hair, okay, and that specific part of their cycle, and then another part of the cycle, they just don't, they prefer a person who's completely clean
mm,
shaven.
mm.
So has anybody told you that maybe they would like you to be look different and kind of pushed you to do something that you don't feel very comfortable with?
Not entirely. I mean, look, to be very fair, when I did have hair, some people did like it. So
Okay.
some people were like, okay, this like we really love this look, so keep it. Don't shave it off. But then when I also went bald, different people, as you rightly so said, did like the bolder look or bald look. Um, but to me, again, it all comes down to just that one person. What are they looking for in a man, right? Are
What
they
what are they looking for in a man? You tell me.
are they exactly? So are they looking for a man because of what he looks like or what he brings to the table?
Hey, listen, man.
So
For the first time, and listen, we're human beings.
definitely,
First time we see a person, we're going to look at their looks.
oh, definitely,
Yes, and then you can't fall in love with a personality if you're not going to talk to that person. It's the looks that draw them in.
so
So I mean, looks are important.
looks are important. And again, I think maybe I'm talking about it from a more social perspective, right? So if you're out in a party, you see people, yeah, you tell, or you're attracted to somebody based off of their energy. What do they bring to the table, right? And of course, if they're good looking and they have great energy, amazing. It's hallelujah. But if not, then you might quote unquote sacrifice some things per se. Uh, you know, ju- just that you get at least something that you do like out of that person.
All right.
But going back to your question, what do people look for?
I don't know. This is for me is a question mark.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
I've asked a lot of people. I have no idea. I mean, there are things that we know what we like
hundred
because we
percent.
we're into like the physical aspect of things, but I don't know what they like.
Yeah.
So-
Look, and the thing is, look, I think for men and women, we're both very interesting genders.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
till today, the debates are endless. The conversations about this are endless because
Okay.
there's never a one size fits all approach. There's never a black or white. It's always in the gray area. For example, I watched a lot of podcasts about masculinity
Yeah.
and even from women's perspective, and they always say, we like the kind of man I'm looking for is a vulnerable man, right?
Right.
And a man who's in touch with his feelings. And you're like, great, so am I. Like I'm like that, but you just don't end up finding that person.
That's true.
And the same thing will apply in this context, right? I don't think that there is a one size fits all approach.
Well,
I
I think what's something that everybody agrees on. I think that what people fall in love with is probably the size of their biceps.
Yeah. Yeah. That is very true. That is true.
Both guys and girls. I mean, you look at them, if you're in the gym, you look at a guy's biceps, you're always like, this guy has really good
Yeah,
biceps. And the same thing with the ladies. They would look
exactly.
at your biceps
You're like,
and they would
wow,
say,
he's lifting. He's lifting, he's doing the weights. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
That's really an interesting concept here. So even though it but you're the kind of you're I don't want to say that you're a unicorn. I mean, you're a
Mm.
nice guy and so forth. But like, it's there there are concepts that are, a little bit more, people are more attuned to, and they feel that they have to do something so that they can try to cover those things that that they may not have. You're a very well-rounded individual in which you completely have accepted the way that you look and the way that you're behaving and so forth. But there are others who don't. So I mean, I need you to tell us, or to tell them, because I'm with you on the same
Yeah.
boat. I've got a little bit of hair though,
Just a bit.
just a bit.
Just a bit
Uh,
more than me.
but I need you to tell them how, how for them to kind of break that barrier and be comfortable with the way that they look.
Man, honestly, I truly do think that it's all about doing the work on yourself. Whether it's
What's the work on yourself? I mean,
so
if you're going to look at
exactly.
yourself and you don't know what to say, I mean, what am I going to tell myself?
Start small. Eat healthy.
Eat
Eat
healthy.
healthy.
Okay.
Sleep better. Meditate in the morning. Breath work. Start your morning with a bit of meditation, with a bit of breath work. You're doing small things that your body's not really used to.
Mm.
Slowly, slowly, you start to develop habits that will take you to other places. For example, let's say start eating healthy. Might motivate you. You know what? Actually, I feel a bit lighter. Maybe I should go out on a run.
Mm.
That run is going to take you to the gym. That gym is going to take you to the, let's say, a community. You're going to meet somebody who's going to like you for who you are because of it's these sorts
Look
of
at
things.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude. It's
But you see, do you have this envisioned before you do
no,
anything?
no,
So
no,
you
no,
just
no. It's
basically
from experience.
from experience.
Uh, you know, it took me a long time to learn this. And the thing is, I was training alone for I think 6, 7 years. I would
Uh-huh.
never train with anyone. Never, no way, no way.
Do you train with somebody now, or are you just training alone?
Now just with people.
Oh, you're always with people now,
Yeah, just with people.
which is really interesting from a shy individual.
Yeah, yeah,
But from the way that you kind of sounded when you were talking
yeah,
about your childhood, it
yeah,
apparently was very painfully shy,
yeah,
to somebody who's very well rounded, very well accepting to who they are,
yeah.
and at the same time also social and,
You
involved.
need to be, man. And look, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's about your energy. It's about what do you bring, right? So whenever I'm in any social setting with anyone, I need to make sure that I'm the best version of myself on that day,
Okay,
and whatever way that may look like. And the way that I appear is the way that I want people to remember me by.
okay,
Whether he was the funny guy, the nice guy, the guy who just said one interesting quote that everyone's like, "Oh my God, that was insane." And that's sort of the thing that I took on from my childhood. Because in my childhood, I would never done that, right?
gotcha.
Now it's more of a change of, okay, no, I want to change for myself because if I was to live the way that I lived my childhood, I wouldn't be here. No
Okay.
way.
Well, I usually ask one to the guest to basically kind of summarize everything with 3 points. But before we do that,
Mm,
I have a question for you.
please.
What is your favorite exercise? Which body part?
Oof, probably legs, man.
Legs.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah, yeah,
God. No, no,
yeah.
no, no. That's You're a
It's
psycho.
it's it's
You're a
uh
psycho.
it's look, and it goes against all norms.
Yes, that's
Most
true.
men like the biceps, the shoulders, the back. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm all about the legs, man.
Are you saying that? Okay, well, people look at you
Yeah.
on top. They don't look at your
Yeah, yeah.
legs.
The thing is, I mean, genetically, I'm not very gifted with my legs, but which is also another incentive for me to train them more now.
All right, I like that. So now that you've told me that it's legs,
Yeah,
okay, for me is not. It's not. It's usually back, but it's
fair
legs for
enough.
you. All
Fair
right.
enough. Yeah.
So tell me if in 3 points, what's the kind of message you would like to tell the people who are listening to the podcast right now?
Oof, that's a good one. Look, I think one, embrace who you are, irrespective of how you look,
Hmm.
because to me, looks, again, this is my own personal view, looks don't determine everything in life. What determines your life is how you act every single day and what are the decisions you take on a day-to-day basis. Um, Two, don't let other people's opinions of you, and especially as a man, your physique determine how you feel about yourself because it's their opinions, it's not the reality. Um, Third one, I think the third one is just don't stop putting in the work.
Don't stop
Keep
putting the work. Keep
just the
doing it.
work, and in whatever format that may look like, right? Whether it's in your training, in your food, and even if you're doing self work like you're journaling, you're doing ice baths. I don't know, whatever small thing that you're
Keep
doing,
doing it.
keep doing it, man. and
I
don't
love
stop.
it. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Kareem. Thank you so
Man, my
much. Thank
pleasure.
you for being here.
My pleasure.
Excellent.
Cheers.